Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of planet Sun, which on September 17th will transit the sign of Virgo, and from September 17th till October 17th, it's going to be strengthened over there. So guys, during this year, this transit is little bit special because once Sun will enter the sign of Virgo, it is going to get conjunct with the planet Mars over there as well. So guys, from Sun's point of view, definitely Virgo belongs to the sign which is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is kind of a neutral placement for Sun to be placed in. But the only concern over here is that with this entry of Sun over there, it might exaggerate the qualities of Mars, which is also kind of little bit agitated, being transiting in the Virgo sign. So let's say, for example, guys, you are in that line of work where you do not take authority or very well, or you are already going through some issue which are connected with the debts, any of the lawsuit related problem, health related concerns, or problem in exerting your authority. So this entry of Sun over there might kind of intensify all these concerns. So yes guys, from the Sun's individual point of view, this is not that vulnerable, but yes, this combined energy of Sun and Mars, two masculine planets influencing the attributes of Virgo, could be a matter of concern for a lot many people. But beyond doubt guys, if in your line of work, problem solving, anything to do with being very competitive, being very assertive in your line of work, so over there this could still prove to be very beneficial for the people. I always say this thing guys, that the transit of Sun might not be as important as the transit of like Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and Jupiter could be, but in a short span of time, if you want limelight to fall upon you, because guys, these days everyone's attention span is going so low. Like these days we are in a day and age time of TikTok, of YouTube shorts. So Sun which transit in one sign for 1 month of time, and let's say for example, if your dashas are running favorable and you are eligible for promotion for any of your art or creative work which is getting released, and at that time Sun is promising recognition of a good response for your work. So in that regard, Sun's transit many times prove to be very fruitful. In whichever house Sun transit, it somehow intensify your ambition, degree and sense of confidence, and it glorify the attributes of that house. So yes guys, this was just a basic overview. Now we will shift our discussion customized to all the rising signs. So starting first with the Aries Lagna natives. Definitely guys, in your case, Sun becomes your 5th house lord, which is the house of your mind, which is the house of your artistic and creative pursuit. And just because your ascendant lord Mars is also right now transiting in the 6th house, so somehow guys, the attributes of the 6th house is getting very accentuated. So guys, honestly speaking, for anything to do with that you are in that line of work, you are in that stage, you are awaiting for any of your loan to get approved and all, this could be a favorable time for you. But again guys, this could be a good time for you to get a loan, but in order to give your money on credit to someone, so this is not a very good energy for that. Generally in these kind of yogas, money even given as a aid, as a help to someone, generally never comes back. So be very careful in that front. Second thing is that guys, for you to appear in anything to do with, like whether you have to write any competitive exam or you are in that line of work where you have to face very fierce competition, so this could be a very fruitful time for all those people. Like definitely guys, your confidence, your assertiveness will be very much appreciated during this time. Also guys, because this is a kind of a transit which is taking place in your 6th house, so it all comes down to individual to individual. Like let's say for example, you are a very perfectionist, you are a very well organized person, then this entry of Sun over here might bring the attention of your bosses, of your like authority figures, like the degree and sense of perfection with which you do your job. But let's say for example, if you're already going through some sort of issues with your co-workers, with your colleagues, any of the health related concerns and all of that, so this entry of Sun in the 6th house might worsen things for all those people. So my advice to all the Aries Lagna native is that give good attention to your health, do not give any money on credit to people, Maintain very healthy cordial relationship with your co-workers and all. And yes guys, that is all what I can say for all the Aries Lagna natives. Even guys, in the matters of love, romance and all, this might create an energy of very conflicting and very strong likes, dislikes, very strong views and opinions. So try to handle things in a very graceful way, or rather I would say diplomatic way. Now guys, for all the Taurus Lagna natives, so definitely guys, as you can see that this entry of Sun, which is your 4th house lord, is going to be taking place in your 5th house. So guys, for your Lagna, somehow 5th house has got this potential to give you sudden unpredictable results as well. Definitely a lot is dependent on how Mercury, your 2nd house and your 5th house lord, is placed in the chart. But yes guys, this entry, first of all, like for the students, definitely that degree and sense of lost motivation, lost drive suddenly will be reclaimed. You will suddenly feel yourself very driven in order to do good in your academics. Also guys, for the people connected with art, entertainment, media, creativity, definitely you will be very critical of your work. Same way guys, even for people who are dealing in stock market, speculation and any sort, you will be very very perfectionist, very meticulous with the details, with the nuances, with the each numbers and details. So regarding that front as well, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. The only thing is that guys, specifically for the parents who are already facing some difficulty on the account of their children, or your children are very rebellious and all of that, so this could actually create a rift. And also guys, even for people who are in any of the romantic relationship and all, so this is also energy of very stark argument with your partners, because guys, we cannot even overlook this fact that right now Jupiter and Rahu are already transiting in your in your 12th house, which is always an energy of delusion, confusion and taking some actions without looking at the long-term consequences of that. So over and above that, this very strong potent energy in the 5th house might create a very strong discord amongst the couples. But again guys, for anything to do with the people who are expecting any recognition at their work front, because guys, I always say this thing, 5th house is very important because this is the house of your consulting power. This is the house which needs to be empowered whenever you are planning for any big turn, big change in your professional front. So if you are in that line, that you are expecting any important transition in your professional life, anything to do with you are in consulting field, so all those people will definitely get benefited. So overall guys, it's a kind of a mixed energy for all the Taurus Lagna natives. Two very strong masculine planets are transiting in your 5th house, so your mind will be overwhelmed with very empowered, strong driven ideas and thoughts. So take into consideration pros and cons driven by the surge of energy. Do not end up taking those actions, committing yourself to the places where you're not very well prepared or ready for it. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Gemini Lagna natives. So definitely guys, in your case, Sun has got the rulership over your 3rd house, and it is going to be transiting in your 4th house. So where your Sun, your 3rd house lord, and Mars is going to be conjunct. So definitely guys, a lot of energy and intensity is going in your domestic life. So again guys, as you know that Mars is in any case not a very auspicious or favorable planet for you. So Mars's transit in the 4th house generally many times create a rift within the domestic life, like suddenly people within the house are fighting with each other, or the environment, the vibe in the house, in the domestic life is suddenly turning very hostile, very intense. Everyone is very easily getting provoked. So try to refrain from getting into any straight confrontation with the family members during this time. Second thing is that guys, definitely for anything to do with the being a critique of your work or any of the self introspection, this could be favorable time. Also guys, for anything to do with people who are professionally engaged in the matters of the 4th house, like this could be any caregiving profile, this could be you're working as a realtor, buying and selling of vehicles and all. So those people can still get benefited if in any capacity you're operating in the domain of the 4th house. So guys, if I were to summarize pertaining to the matters of suddenly that surge of confidence to prove yourself will be very high. Suddenly and easily getting provoked within the family members, or any of the slight provocation by any other family member suddenly make you fly in a rage. So those kind of vulnerabilities are still going to be there. And lastly guys, for people who are professionally operating in the domain of the 4th house, you will be very critical, you will be very driven in order to take some important decision connected with your 4th house. Now guys, for all the Cancer Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, Sun has got the rulership over your 2nd house, and it is going to be getting transiting in your 3rd house, being conjunct with the planet Mars. So guys, in so many different ways, this transit will prove to be very fruitful. First of all, Sun is a auspicious planet for you. Mars is your Yoga-karak planet, and Mars is also the significator karaka of the 3rd house as well. So this conjunction taking place in your 3rd house is definitely making you very empowered. Now guys, it hardly matters whether you are working in the 3rd house related connected professions or not. Like definitely if you are working as a media person, marketing person, travel and tour business, freelance person and all, so all those people will definitely get benefited. Not only you will remain lucky in grabbing some opportunities, but also wheresoever you will perform, in whichever capacity you will perform, you will be able to impress the audience as well. People will definitely feel that enthusiasm, energy and drive in your craft, in your work. And also guys, because as you know this thing that 3rd house is the important house of our prowess, of our courage, of our initiatives as well. So let's say for example, if you are in that stage where you are trying to kickstart any of your project or for any of your work, you are in dire need of sudden capital, or you are in dire need of some resources or people in your vicinity to help you, or some good word of mouth and all. So overall guys, I do not have anything negative to say over here. The way the kind of role which Sun plays for your Lagna, the kind of role which Mars plays for your Lagna, it is definitely a very kind of favorable, optimistic, a power driven, power fueled time for all the Cancer Lagna natives. So my recommendation is that do not be on a back foot. This is a time when you have to be on the front. Put yourself with your full conviction, demonstrate your courage, your power, your confidence, and you will be able to win over any of the situation. Now guys, for all the Leo Lagna natives, definitely guys, it is the transit of your ascendant lord. So definitely it means a lot for you. And because this time, for half of the month, your ascendant lord is going to be conjunct with your Yoga-karak planet Mars as well in the 2nd house. So definitely guys, a lot of the attention is going in the matters of your 2nd house. So one thing is for sure, that pertaining to the matters of your family members, pertaining to the matters of your finances, this is going to be a very fortunate time for you. Because guys, like the way you know this thing that Mars has got a rulership over your like 9th house as well, and along with that the 4th house of our domestic life. Guys, whenever we talk about people who are very closely attached to us, so whether our kutumb, our family, one thing is that my family constitutes of my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, which could be the 2nd house, but in my where I live and people who are in my surrounding environment, that is the 4th house. So overall, both of the houses of your family, domestic life, house of luck is getting influenced. So guys, I will not be surprised if during this time some important auspicious event will take place within your house, within your family. This could be in any form, like you know, a childbirth, getting married, or a good matrimonial proposal coming to you, your money was struck somewhere, suddenly you got the payment, or suddenly some important deal took place. So overall guys, it's a very fortunate time for you guys. The only thing is that because there is a too much energy which is going in the 2nd house, which primarily tells about our speech as well. So only the matters of speech, because guys, you know this thing that your ascendant lord is known for royalty, for regality, for that command which comes naturally to the Leo natives. So just do not be that assertive that it is gonna hurt people around you. But overall guys, it's a very favorable time. Like I would say that if any of the important restructuring, important decision you have been planning to take, so this is the time for that. Now guys, for all the Virgo Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that your ascendant is going to be preoccupied with the energy of the planets, which it does not get along very well. So Mars is not a very favorable planet for you. It is already transiting in your first house, and over and above that, your 12th house lord Sun is also going to be transiting in your first house. So again guys, definitely if you are in that capacity to like in a very top leadership role, in a top management role, so you will be able to take some very hard, very stern decision during this time. Again guys, like all those people who are in the top of the game, many times the decision taken by them are not very well received by everyone, but eventually someone has to call it out. Someone has to be the bad person in order to do the good for everyone. So this is that sort of transit for you guys. So yes guys, for people who are in the top of the management authority, again guys, it all comes down to how you can handle pressure, because Virgo energy has got everything to do with how perfectionist you could be, how meticulous you could be. So again, if you are well planned, well equipped to handle pressure, to handle stress, handle criticism, handle rejection, this could be a very good fortunate time for you. But again, if you are a kind of person who wants to do everything without getting affected by other people's opinion, or you very easily get overwhelmed by the pressure, or you're not able to multitask or manage things, then this could be a very troublesome time for you. So again guys, it all comes down to individual, but the transit of Sun will definitely intensify whatever Mars is conducting right now in your first house. Expenses can suddenly go high, and guys, my one point of analysis or prediction for the Virgo Lagna native is that it is going to be intense time. Be prepared for it, and for anything to do with being known for any of those things which you have achieved after facing criticism, after proving your mettle, this could be a very good time for you. And eventually and ultimately, for all those people who are in the top management, top leadership role, this could be a very favorable time for them. Now guys, for all the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, as you can see that Libra is my favorite Lagna, and there is a lot of energy which is going on in your 12th house. So yes guys, 12th house energy, which again guys, in your case, it is not that unfavorable, because as you know this thing that in your case, it's the same planet which has got the rulership over your 9th house, which has also got the rulership of the 12th house. So we cannot even say this thing. And the beauty of the Libra Lagna native is that in all of their Dushtana Bhava, energy is not that harmful for them, because in your 8th house you will find the energy of your same ascendant lord Venus. In your 6th house you will find the energy of a sign where your ascendant lord gets exalted. So again guys, it all comes down to how you utilize the energy, how you make use of the surge of the energy. So yes guys, to begin with, Sun in your case has got the rulership of your 11th house. So during this time you have to be very careful if suddenly some friend is introducing you to some scheme which might turn out to be a Ponzi scheme, or this is kind of a time where if you have to sign any contract, you have to sign any agreement, or indulge into meeting or dealing with any new people, new opportunities, new situation. So be very cautious, be very careful. Expenses can suddenly go high beyond doubt, but again guys, I would say that inculcating a habit of, at least for this next 1 month, of doing charities, doing donation, even from the investment point of view, 12th house is not considered as that bad. The only concern is that only if you are indulging in those extravagant spree, indulging into those expensive purchases which you do not need, then it could burn a hole in your pocket. But again, whenever we talk about the big investors, over there as well, 12th house definitely plays a very prominent role. So yes guys, this is how I'm looking forward to this transit. It has got more to do with the caution and care. So anything to do with the business dealing, anything to do with even dating or being introduced to someone, so just try to be cautious, try to be careful, and doing charities and donation is the only thing which I can recommend. The only way this could prove to be beneficial for you, if you are professionally operating in the domain of the 12th house. Now this could be spirituality, this could be foreign land, this could be import, export, immigration, business and all. So if you are professionally operating in the domain again of 12th house, this could be fruitful, beneficial. But over and again guys, for any of the new signing up, agreement, meeting new people, be as cautious, as careful as it is possible. Now guys, for all the Scorpio Lagna natives, definitely guys, this is going to be a very fortunate time for you. In your case, Sun has got the rulership over your 10th house and it is going to be transiting in your 11th house. So definitely guys, with the because there is going to be conjunction taking place with your ascendant lord, which in itself is making this transit very important. So guys, I will not be surprised for the Scorpio Lagna native that during this time you will land some lucrative deal, or you might run into or meet someone who is very influential, who is very prominent. So guys, like the way we say this thing, that if I were to describe 11th house in one word, this is the house of success. This is the house of popularity, recognition, and reaping the rewards for all the hard work which you have done. So my recommendation is that if you are in that line of work, whether you have to advertise yourself, market yourself, or like launch anything new, or you are in dire need of some important people to connect the dots for wherever you want to reach. So this is the time to ask for the favors. Do not hesitate. Your planetary vibration is running very favorable. You might not even realize what kind of big deals you might land at. So overall guys, it's a good time. All what I can say and predict for the Scorpio Lagna native is that be as active in your social life as it is possible. Dream high, work hard, and you can achieve a lot because transit is promising that. Moving ahead guys, now for all the Sagittarius Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see over here, that Sun becomes a very important planet for you, which has got the rulership over your 9th house, and it is going to be transiting in your 10th house, getting conjunct with another important planet for your Lagna, which is the planet Mars. So definitely guys, this is a very fortunate time for specifically the students. Like if you have to write any competitive exam, this could be a very fortunate time for you. If you are an artist or a creative person, and during this time you are planning to launch your product, or you have to give any performances and all, this is going to be a very fortunate time for that. And again guys, for all those people who are in any sort of leadership role, this could be a very fortunate time for you, because 10th house generally tells about our outdoor activities. It tells about our professional endeavors. So this is a kind of a transit where your both the trine house lords are transiting in the 10th house. So trust me guys, luck and omens are providing you its best support. So do not hesitate, take the call, take the chance, work hard, get along well with your bosses, and with their due support and with your diligent hard work, you might achieve lot many things during this transit. Now guys, moving ahead for all the Capricorn Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that in your case, Sun has got the rulership over your 8th house, and now it is going to be transiting in your 9th house. So yes guys, during this time, one of my advice to the Capricorn Lagna is that do not do anything out of leap of faith, or unless and until you are not very well prepared, do not take the chance. Now this could be in any way, like this could be in stock market, in relationship, in your professional endeavors. Even if you have to go for any of the travel, be very well prepared, because 8th house lord energy, whenever it goes in the 9th house, many times it creates disturbances or obstacles even while traveling, or even during this time you have to initiate or kind of complete any of the immigration related or important documentation and all. So be as careful as it is possible. Also guys, for a lot many people, if that is getting applicable in your case, suddenly people will be driven more towards some sort of pilgrimage, some sort of all those travels which are done with your religious reasons, or exploring the cultural reasons and all. Regarding that front, this could still be considered as a favorable time. And also guys, in all those cases where even if you are in that mode of recovering any of your lost money, so even in those circumstances, this could slightly will prove to be very fruitful. Guys, during this time you do not have to be in any sort of conflict with your parents, specifically with your father. That is one thing which I want to advise. And again guys, for all those people who are pursuing higher studies or engaged in any sort of research, these guys can actually do some breakthrough when Sun is going to be transiting in their 9th house. Now guys, for all the Aquarius Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, as you can see that Sun has got the rulership over your 7th house, and it is going to be transiting now in your 8th house, being conjunct with the planet Mars as well. So yes guys, in the matters of the relationship, this is a typical energy of suddenly some intense argument, conflict, or some secret which was hidden from you suddenly being exposed to you. Also guys, even in the matters of your business dealings and all, so be as cautious, as careful while signing any deal, you know, writing or signing any contract and all. So you have to be as cautious as it is possible. Also guys, in your case, because the 8th house lord and the 5th house lord becomes Mercury, which is also transiting in your 7th house. So yes guys, for people who are engaged in research of any form, even slightly for people who are engaged in stock market and trading and all, those people can still get benefited. But again guys, this is kind of a very unpredictable time in the matters of how you get along with your partner within your matrimonial life, and also for people who are in any of the business partnership and all. So be as cautious, as careful, as discreet as possible. That's all what I can say. And lastly guys, for all the Pisces Lagna natives, so definitely guys, in your case, as you can see that Sun has got the rulership over your 6th house, and now it is going to be transiting in your 7th house, being conjunct with your 2nd house lord planet Mars as well. So guys, now as you know this thing that Sun in a way in the original Kalpurush Kundli as well, it kind of goes through debilitation in the 7th house. So during this time your partner will be very potent, very powerful. And again guys, there is nothing wrong in that. Your 9th house lord is also the planet Mars, which is there in the 7th house. So listen to what your partner has to say. You might be able to take very good decision only during this time if you will pay heed to what your partner has to say. Also guys, even in the matters of your commercial gains or public image as well, I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable. A lot many people will expect a lot from you. So specifically if you are in any of the public profile, people's high expectation and being very critic of you, of your work, might annoy a couple of Pisces Lagna. But overall guys, for the enhancement of reputation and all, or landing at some important deals and contracts and all, this is going to be a very favorable time for all the Pisces Lagna natives. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyawad.